Hi students, good morning. Welcome to Business Mathematics class. Our chapter name is Applications of Matrix and Determinants. I hope you all completed the last day's home assignments. Let's start our today's section. Testing the consistency of non-homogeneous linear equation by rank method. In the last class itself, we have started this session and we have completed 3 example problems in this section. Okay. Now, let's recall that first. So, the main thing in this section is this 4 rules. That is, first one is if you rho of a comma b is equal to rho of a, then the equations are consistent. Rho of a comma b is equal to rho of a equal to n. N means number of unknowns. Then the equations are consistent and have unique solution. If rho of a comma b is equal to rho of a less than n, that is number of unknowns, then the equations are consistent and have infinitely many solutions. If rho of a comma b is not equal to rho of a, then the equations are inconsistent and has no solution. I have explained these conditions everything briefly in the last day's class, and we have completed 3 example problems also, and I have given the homeworks in that same model. I hope you all completed. So today we are going to continue the same section problems. Next question is example 1.13. Question is, show that the equations x plus y plus z is equal to 6, x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 14, x plus 4y plus 7z is equal to 30 are consistent and solve them. You need to prove this particular non-homogeneous linear equations. That's the given equations are consistent. Then we need to solve them. We need to find the value of the unknowns. So when you are starting the particular question, we need to find out how many unknown values are there. How many unknowns are here? X is one unknown value, y is one unknown value, and z is one unknown value. There are 3 unknown values. So you need to find x, y and z value. So here the unknowns, the number of unknowns, n value is 3. This one you keep it in mind. Understand? Okay. So let's start the solution. First we are going to write this equations in the form of ax is equal to b. It's not new. Last year you have learned. Last class also I have explained. So how you will write? It is in the form of ax equal to b. So 1, 1, 1. Next means 1, 2, 3. Next 1, 4, 7. Now it is a. Then x, y, z is equal to b means 6, 14, 30. Now it is in the form of ax is equal to b. Yes. Now we need to bring this particular matrix to the echelon form. Yes. So what you will do? So I am writing here as matrix A. Then next one is augmented matrix. Matrix A comma B. Next one is elementary transformation. Okay. So you want to write the matrix A here. What this is matrix A. Okay, so 1 1 1 1 2 3 1 4 7, correct. Then next here A and B, is it right? So 1 1 1 6, then 1 2 3 14, 1 4 7 30. Am I right? So I explained to you here in the first row, first column, that is first entry must be a non-zero. Yes, it's correct. So we need to change this particular two entries as 0. So how we will change is R2 implies R2 minus R1. Shall we check? If I am subtracting R2 minus R1, what will happen? R2 is 1, 1 minus 1, 0, 2 minus 1, we will get, is it right? So it is equivalent to, how will you write? First row as it is, second row, R2 minus R1, so 0, 2 minus 1, that is 1, then next one, 3 minus 1, 2, okay, then, so same thing you want to do here also, then R3 implies this also you need to change as 0, yes. So what we are going to do? R3 minus R2, okay, R3 minus R2. Now R3 minus R2, that is 1 minus 1, 0, 4 minus 1, 4 minus 1, is it right? Sorry, R3 minus R2, that is 1 minus 1, it is 0, then R3 minus R2 means 4 minus 2. How much you will get? 2. Then 7 minus 3, 4. S over. So same thing you need to apply for here also. So first row there is no change. Second row how you need to change? R2 implies R2 minus R1. So this first three entries same. 0, 1, 2. So R2 minus R1. So 14 minus 6 means how much you will get? 8. Yes. Then next R3 minus R2. So R3 is 1 minus R2. So 1 minus 1 0. Next element 2. Next element 4. Last entry alone you need to find. R3 minus R2. So 30 minus 14 means 16 you will get. Am I right? Yes. Then next what you need to do is, here this two entries is 0 is, then next we come to the next non-zero element in the second row, that is next non-zero element is 1 is there, so down element you need to make to 0. So what we are doing means this particular 2 will change as 0, you need to find. So how means R3 implies R3 minus 2R2. Understand? So first day when I am explaining this how to change it in echelon form, I explained you the simplest way is maximum entries, that is maximum zeros must be in the last row. Okay, so here it is only 1 0 in the second row entry. So third row also only 1 0. So maximum zeros must be in the last row. Okay, so 1 1 1 0 1 2. R3 how I am going to change? R3 minus 2R2. So R3 minus 2R2 means 0 minus 2 into 0 0. Then 2 minus 2 into 1. So it's also 0. Then R3 minus 2 into R2. Is it right? So 4 minus 2 into 2, that is 4. That's also 0. A same condition you need to apply here also. So 1 1 1 6. Then second row as it is 0 1 2 8. Then here first three entries 0 0 0. Last alone you need to check. 16 minus 2 into 16 minus 2 into 8. So this is also 0. Now you come to know row of A. That is how many non-zero rows are there? 2. Is it right? This is all 0. Then row of A comma B. How many non-zero entry rows? This is non-zero row. Then this also a non-zero row. Then this is all the entries are 0. So how many non-zero rows? 2. Is it right? So we will write row of A comma B is equal to row of A is equal equal to 2, is it right? Is equal to 2, that is less than n, that is number of unknowns, is it right? Number of unknowns. So already we have learned 4 conditions. I explained you, is it right? Row of a comma b is equal to row of a less than n means what you will conclude? The given system is consistent. So now we have proved the given system is consistent and have infinitely many solutions, is it right? This one already we have learned. We have infinitely many solutions, okay? Many solutions, okay? So we are going to write this. What's the A matrix? 1 1 1 0 1 2 0 0 0. Next what will you write? X Y Z. This is everything already you know. X Y Z. Last entry this one 6 8 0. Okay, don't see this one, okay? So you changed, is it right? So this one alone you need to write it in the form of Ax equal to B again. So this 3 as A, X, Y, Z, 6, 8, 0. Okay, now how will you form the equations? X plus Y plus Z is equal to 6. Then Y plus 2Z is equal to 8, is it right? So let us consider this equation as 1 and this equation as 2. Okay. So you know, is it right? It is consistent and has infinitely many solutions. That is, when we are, I think so, in the last class, I did one problem for you. That is 2 unknown variables. If it is 2 unknown variables, only one equation, when you are getting only one equation, how you will find the x and y value? I told you. So same procedure we are going to do here. How means? So equation 2 implies from here I am going to take the y value. So what will happen? Bring the z to that side. So 8 minus 2z. Am I right? Now substitute this y is equal to 8 minus 2z in equation number 1. Okay. Substituting time, what will happen? X plus, in the y place you need to substitute this one. So 8 minus 2z plus z is equal to 6. Shall we simplify? So 8 plus x plus 8 minus 2z plus z is equal to 6. Okay. So here like terms you can add, that is x plus 8 is in here, x plus 8, then here what's there? Minus 2z plus z, is it right? So what will happen? Minus z you will get, is it right? Minus z is equal to 6, correct? Minus z is equal to 6. So from this you can find the x value. X is equal to 6, bring this to the side, 6 minus 8 minus, this will change as plus z. So x is equal to minus 2 plus z, correct? We can change x is equal to z minus 2, okay? X is equal to z minus 2, okay? So in last day's class, in one unknown variable, that is 2 unknown variable, infinitely many solution. That means what you will do, I taught you already. So x plus y plus z is equal to 4. Only one equation, sorry, 2 variables. So x plus y is equal to 2. Only one equation is there. Then second equation we can't find, is it right? So how we will find? I'm saying just for example. So I think to recall that particular problem for you now, okay? So I think in example 1.10, we have learned consistent and solved them. But only one thing is difference between these two problems. That is here only 2 unknown variables. So here what will you do? Only one equation we will obtain, is it right? So y is equal to k. Like that we have assumed and we have found out x and y value. And I said this, right? That time itself, k for certain values, different values of k, we will get different solutions. So we are saying it has infinite number of solutions. So same thing here also, we are going to assume let z is equal to k. Understand? Let z is equal to k. Understand? understand? Two variables means only one equation we will obtain. So for the second one, what will you do? Second unknown variable you will assume as k. So here three unknown variables are there. So here third unknown variable you are assuming as k. Understand? That's the only difference. This k belongs to R. I said, is it right? Whatever the number may be, we don't know. Okay, infinitely many solutions. Maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. Whatever the number may be, the k value may be negative numbers also. -3 must be a solution. -4 must be a solution. We don't know. So infinite number of solutions. When we are applying different values for k, we will get different solution. That's the meaning. Understand? So I am assuming here let z is equal to k. So that k belongs to R. Understand? Now what we are going to do in this sense, I am going to substitute this z is equal to k in equation number 2. Okay? So z is equal to, substitute z is equal to k in equation 2. So equation 2 implies, what will happen? What is equation 2? Y plus 2z is equal to 8. This is equation number 2. I am going to substitute z is equal to k in this particular equation. So y plus 2 into k is equal to 8. So y is equal to 8 minus 2k. Understand? This is the value for y. Understand? So already you know the z value. Now you know the y value also. Now substitute y is equal to substitute z is equal to k. Shall we substitute this z is equal to k and y is equal to 8 minus 2k in equation number 1? Yes, in equation 1. Okay. So equation number 1 implies, okay, this solving everything you have learned in 10th standard onwards. So you will be very thorough in this section. Okay. So x plus y plus z is equal to 6. That is x plus y plus z is equal to 6. Going to substitute this particular z and y value in this equation. Okay. What will happen? X plus 8 minus 2k plus z. So plus k is equal to 6. So that implies x, like terms you can add, that is minus k equal to 6, which implies x is equal to 6 minus 8 plus k. Okay. So which implies x is equal to minus 2 plus k. Okay. So we can write this as x is equal to k minus 2. Otherwise one simple thing you can do, that is we can substitute this z is equal to k in this equation also. Both also same answer you will get. Okay. So if you are substituting in this equation z is equal to k, what will happen? For that, you need to name this equation. Maybe equation 3 or 4 you can take it and substitute z is equal to k in this equation. You will get the x value. That also same k minus 2 you will obtain. Now listen here. Now x is equal to k minus 2, then y is equal to 8 minus 2k, then z is equal to k. Understand? So these are the values you have obtained. And how you will conclude the answer? So by giving different values of k, we get different solution. That's the meaning. That day I said, is it right? If I am giving k is equal to 2, I will get x as 0. If I am giving k equal to 1, I will get another solution. If I am giving k equal to minus 1, another solution. So whatever the different values if we are giving for k, we will get different solutions. So we are saying this is consistent and thus infinitely many solutions. Understand? Different values of k, we get different values for k, we get different solutions. Hence the given system has infinitely many solutions. That's the answer. Understand? felt. Let's be recall. So this is example 1.13. How many unknown variables are there? 3 unknown variables are there. You need to change to the echelon form by using linear transformation. Afterwards, rewrite this as in the form of Ax equal to b. Only 2 equations we have obtained. Third equation is not there. I said if it is 2 unknown variable, only 1 equation you will get. Here there are 3 unknown variables, but we got only 2 equations. So third, that is we are going to assume that third unknown variable as k, that k belongs to R. Then substitute z is equal to k in certain equation, you will get x value. Finally, we will conclude the answer, that is different values for k, we will get different solution. Therefore, the given system have infinitely many solutions. Understand all of you? Let's move to the next question. Okay, example 1.1. I am reading the question. Show that the equations x minus 4y plus 7z is equal to 14, 3x plus 8y minus 2z is equal to 13. Third equation is 7x minus 8y plus 26z is equal to 5 are inconsistent. What you need to prove? That is, this particular system of non-homogeneous linear equations are inconsistent. You need to prove. For that, when we are proving for inconsistent, what's the condition? Row of a comma b is not equal to row of a. If we obtain, we will say that is the particular system of linear non-homogeneous linear equations are inconsistent and there's no solution. We can't find the solution. Understand? So if we can find the solution means we will continue and we will find x, y, z value. If we can't able to find the solution, that is if a system is inconsistent means we will stop there and we will conclude the answer. The system is inconsistent and there's no solution. Understand? Solution. First, we are going to rewrite this in the form of Ax is equal to b. That is 1 minus 4, 7, then 3, 8, minus 2, 7, minus 8, 26, then x, y, z. So, x, y, z is equal to 14, 13 and 5. Next, Ax is equal to b. It is in the form of Ax is equal to b. Okay. Now, matrix A. Then, next one is augmented matrix. Next one is elementary transformation. Okay, so first I am going to write the matrix A, that is 1 minus 4, 7, 3, 8, minus 2, 7, minus 8, 26, then augmented matrix, that is AB, then 1 minus 4, 7, 14, then 3, 8, minus 2, 13, 7, minus 8, 26, 5. Okay. So, equivalent to. First, what will you do? First entry is a non-zero. No problem. So, this 2 entries you need to make to 0. So, R2 implies R2 minus 3 into R1. Shall we check? So, 3 into R1 means this will become 0. Is it right? 3 minus 3. So, first row same. 7. Then 3 minus 3 into R1. So 3 minus 3 means 0. The next one 8 minus, carefully you need to do 8 minus 3 into minus 4. So minus into minus, automatically it will become plus. So 8 plus 12 we will get, that is 20. Understand? The next is minus 2 minus 3 into 7. So minus 2 is there. Minus 3 into 7 means 21. So, minus 21 minus 2 means minus 23 you will get. Okay. Then, next. R3 implies this entry you need to make to 0 is. So, how will you do? 7 is there. So, you need to make this as 7. Is it right? So 7 minus 7, then only it will be 0. So R3 implies R3 minus 7 R1. Okay. So 7 minus 7 into 1 means 0. Then 8 is there. So minus 8 is there. If you can't able to find here in the rough work, you can do. That is minus 8 minus 7 into minus 4. So minus 7 into minus 4 means plus. Is it right? So plus 28 minus 20. So we will get 20. Okay, next. Here it is 26. So 26 minus 7 into 7. So 7 into 7 is 49. Minus 49 plus 26. So you will get minus 23. Correct? Then here also 1 minus 4, 7, 14. Equivalent symbol, don't forget. Then here 0, 20 minus 23. This alone you need to check using this. That is R2 minus 3 into R1. So 3 into R1. So 3 into 14 you need to find. So 14 into 3. That is 14 into 3 means how much you will get? 4 3s are 12. 2, 1 balance, 42. Is it right? So 42. That is 13 minus 42. 13 minus 42. Okay. So 13 minus 42 means you will get minus 29. Okay. Then R3 implies R3 minus 7 R1. This one. So 0, 20 minus 23. So same as this one. That is 5 minus 7 into 14. So 7 into 14 you need to find. 14 into 7. So 8 to 98. Is it right? So 5 minus 98. So how much you will get? Minus 93. Correct? So carefully you need to do. Okay. Now check it. Again you can make this entry as 0. Is it right? Maximum zeros must be the last triside. Is it right? So how will you change? That is second non-zero entry. That is in second row. This is the first non-zero entry. Is it right now? So below that must be a 0. That's the condition. Understand? So second row it is 0. Second row next to the 0. Next this is a non-zero entry first. So below this must be a 0. Okay. So R3, how will you change? R3 implies R3 minus R2. Seeing this itself you come to know, is it right? If we subtract means we will get a 0. So 1 minus 4, 7, 0, 20 minus 23. This one 0. 20 minus 20, 0. Minus 23, minus of minus plus. So this will become 0. So equivalent to 1 minus 4, 7, 14. 0, 20, minus 23, minus 29, 0. Then 20 minus 20 means 0. This one also 0. This alone you need to check. That is minus 93, minus of minus, that is plus 29. So if you subtract it means how much you will get? It will become 13, 4, 8. It is 64. So you got here as 64. So how many non-zero rows are here? Row of A, 2. Is it right? Row of A, comma B, how many non-zero rows are there? This is also a non-zero row. I said this right already. If it is a non-zero row, if it is 0 rows means all the elements must be 0. Non-zero row means only one element is there means also you will say it's a non-zero row. Element means it's a non-zero number. Okay. Other than 0. Okay. So it's equal to 3. Now sigma row of A comma B is not equal to okay. Whether both are equal? No. If it is not equal, what will you conclude? The system is inconsistent. The system is inconsistent and has no solution. Understand? The system is inconsistent and has no solution. We can't find the solution. We will stop here. Understand? So if it is consistent, then only unique solution, infinitely number of solution and all. So if it is inconsistent, there is no solution at all. Understand? I hope you got it. Let's move to the next question. Example 1.1. I am reading the question. Find K if the equations, 3 equations are given are consistent. You need to find find the value of k. That's the thing. Here they not asked to solve. If they asked to solve means only you need to find the solution. That means x, y and z value. Here no need to find the solution. Understand? Only if you find the value of k, it's enough. Understand? Okay, let's move. That is, first we are going to write in the form of ax equal to b. Everything you know, because of that I am moving little bit faster. Okay, so I am going to write in the form of ax equal to b. How will you write? 1, 2, minus 3. Next one is 3, minus 1, minus 2, 2, 3, minus 5. Next means x, y, z is equal to minus 2, 1k. Now it is in the form of ax is equal to b. Okay, so other everything same. Okay, now matrix A. Matrix A. Next one is augmented matrix. Next one is elementary transformation. Okay, first I am writing matrix A here. That is 1, 2, minus 3, 3, minus 1, minus 2, 2, 3, 5. Okay, then here 1, 2, minus 3, minus 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, 1, 2, 3, minus 5k. Let's change. Okay, I'm not going to repeat, already you know. Equivalent to 1, 2, minus 3. We need to make this entry as 0, is it right? So how will you change? That is, R2 implies R2 minus 3 into R1. Okay, change it, check it. 0. Then minus 1 minus 3 into 2. So how much you will get? Minus 1, is it right? Minus 1 minus 6 you will get, that is minus 7. Then minus 2, minus of minus plus. So plus 7 you will obtain. Then R3 implies R3 minus 2 R1. Okay. So more than 5 to 6 problems we have did in this same. So because of that I am doing somewhat fast. Okay, so that is 0. Then 2 R1, is it right? So 3 minus 2 into R1. So 3 minus 4 means you will get as minus 1. Then 5 minus of minus plus. So 5 plus 6, 5 plus 6. Is it right? Sorry, 5 is there. That is R3 minus 2 into R1. So minus into minus you will get as plus. Is it right? So plus 6 is there. So here it is 5, yes? Minus 5, okay. So minus 5 is there. So minus 5 minus of minus it will become plus, is it right? So you will get as 1, okay. Then next here also same thing. 1, 2, minus 3, minus 2, 3, sorry. This one you can copy. 0, minus 7, 7, correct? Then down also 0, minus 1, 1. Then this alone you need to check. R2 minus 3 into R1. R2 minus 3 into R1. That is 1 minus 3 into 2. Here also minus is there. So minus into minus plus. Is it right? So 6. So 1 plus 6. That means you will get a 7. Correct? Then here R3 minus 2 into R1. Correctly you need to do because here one k is there. That's the difference. Understand? So R3 minus, here it is k. Is it right? So k minus 2 into R1, what's there? Minus 2. So k minus into minus plus. So how much you will get? 4 plus k. Understand? 4 plus k. Okay. Next what will you do? You will check to the next non-zero entry. Down you need to make to 0. Okay. So 1, 2, minus 3, 0, minus 7, 7, 0. This one directly will write 0. We can change. R3 implies 7 R3 minus R2. Okay, 7 R3. So 7 R3 means it will become 0. 0 minus 0, 0. Okay, so 7 R3 means it will become 7. So 7 minus into minus it will become plus. We will get 0. Okay, then same as this one. 1 into 7 means 7. 7 minus 7 means you will get a 0. So same thing you can copy here. 1, 2, minus 3, minus 2, 0, minus 7, 7. This entry also 7 you will get. Check it. 7 R3. That is 7 into R3. Is it right? 7 into R3. That is 7 into R3 minus R2. Yes, 7 into R3. You need to do correctly. 7 into R3 means what you need to do? That is 0 minus 1 1. 7 into R3. This alone I am doing. Okay. 7 into R3 means 7 into 4 plus K minus R2 7. So 7 into 4 means 28. 28 plus 7K minus 7. So 28 minus 7 means 21 plus 7K. Do it separately and write it. Otherwise you will confuse. So 21 plus 7K. Understand? So remaining everything same. Understand? Okay. Now row of A is equal to how much? 2. Okay. Row of A is equal to how much? 2. Then row of A comma B is equal to how much? 3 is there. Is it right? This also a non-zero row. Sorry. This is 0. Is it right? 0. This also 0. Anyhow, it will be 3. Okay. So 3 you know. Otherwise, listen here very carefully. You can't say it is 3. Why means here 1K is there. Very important question. Listen here carefully. K is there. If I am writing it as 0, what will happen? If I am substituting in the place of K, shall we check? 21 plus 7 into minus 3. So what will happen? 21 minus, what will happen? 21 minus 21, it will become 0. Is it right? So if I am substituting minus 3 for K, this will become 0. So row of A comma B you will get as 2. Is it right? Yes or no? If I am substituting minus 3, you will get this entry also as 0. So you don't know the value for K. Is it right? If you know the value of K, no problem. So you don't know. Maybe it is minus 3 means what will happen? If it is minus 3, this will also become 0. If it is not minus 3, no problem. So maybe rank of A comma B is 3 or 2. That one we don't know. So 3 or 2 means maybe 3 or 2. Anyhow, row of A comma B is equal to 2. That same only equal to row of A. Understand? 3 or 2 means 2 you can take. Otherwise 3 you can take. Maybe in, you studied in quadratic equation. X for 2 value you will get. Then you will substitute that X value in any one equation. Another one X value in any one equation. Is it right? So same as that one. X bar R is there. Now S either maybe 2 is there or 3. That one we don't know. So row of A comma B is equal to row of A equal to 2. Understand? So we are going to take this. That is 21 plus 7K is equal to 0. Okay. So how much you will get? 7K is equal to minus 21. So K is equal to minus 3. So the answer is K is equal to minus 3. Understand? If you substitute this particular K is equal to minus 3 in this equation, what will happen? This will, in this entry, what will happen? This will also become 0. Okay. So row of A comma B will get as 2. Understand? So either 3 or 2. You don't know. Is it right? So I have substituted row of A comma B is equal to row of AB. Then I equated to 0. That is 21 plus 7K is equal to 0. I got the answer as K is equal to minus 3. Understand? K is equal to minus 3. Understand? This particular K value is minus 3. Okay. So no need to solve this particular equation. Maybe in the question, if they asked hence solve like that, they asked means after finding the K value, you need to substitute again here, and after that you need to proceed, and same as our previous questions need to do. Understand? Okay, these are the 3 questions. Today we have learned same model, but some little bit differences are there between the 3 problems. Okay, go through carefully. Then only one problem I am giving for you to do practice. Okay, that is exercise 1.1, problem number 5. Problem number 5, same model. So it's a very important session for 5 marks. So learn. Don't leave anything. Write your notes correctly every day. Don't leave anything. Learn from starting onwards. Okay. Okay students, we will meet in the next class.